Muhammad Ilyas says we play Minecraft now. We were playing Minecraft for little bits, but it is actually reverse. This was allowing
Minecraft
Shelly
changed.
to prepare, and also for me to just have my friends for a little bit longer.
Oh, for the roles, do you wanna already add the other two, or are we adding them at the time they appear?
We can add them now, yeah.
Okay, because one of them is Trista,
Okay.
which I will be doing, and then Kakania as well. Unless Trista suddenly has, goes through puberty and has a voice change and suddenly talks like their dad.
Yeah. Then I can
Then,
help with that.
then you're Trista.
Okay.
It would be so funny to add like Trista, but deep.
Now,
On your head.
am I recalling correctly? Was the stalker the narrator the whole time?
Say that again. Sorry, what?
Wasn't the stalker the
Brilliantly.
narrator? The one who, like, dad threw himself on the train tracks or something?
I can't even remember that point in the story.
Okay. I'll just use my normal speaking voice as the narrator then.
Yeah, you can always change it later. Be like, oopsie daisy.
Yep. Oops, all German.
I can already tell you can voice the mom if you want to.
Will do.
Because I feel like otherwise I will truly be talking to myself all day every day.
Right, right. You can't do all the German accents.
I could probably do all the German accents, but I don't think I can do all the characters. And I
Right,
can't. I
right.
think Karl is probably in there, and Theophil.
Ah,
But
Theophil.
we can talk about those later.
It's been so long.
Theophil, my brother.
Okay.
I could not save him.
Alright, let's go
Alright.
ahead and do our introductions. So, hello everyone.
Alright.
Welcome so much. Welcome so much. Welcome to the stream. My name is Decapvidia. I'm a video game streamer who primarily plays RPG games. I'm also a hobby voice actor and singer, so you can be 2-1, or both those things during the stream. My pronouns are he, they, and today we are doing our voice acting thing with the cavalry. We're going to go ahead and revisit some of the older stories I haven't done yet, namely Isolde's side story, The Small Room. Today I am joined by Shelly, if you'd be so kind as to introduce yourself, Shelly.
Yeah, so I'm Shelly. That's what you can call me if you want to, but Panda or Squirrel is also fine because my Twitch name for my streaming account is crescent_squirrel. And usually I chat with people in chat under my watching streams account, which is Shell and Panda. So go ahead, but yeah, Shelly is probably the easiest for most people. My pronouns are she, her, and I usually stream all sorts of gacha games, including Reverse, obviously, and also Overwatch and just some cozy games.
There you go.
Did I forget something? I hope I said everything.
No, you got it. You got it. So yeah, Shelly will
Yippee.
be joining me to voice act Isolde, Trista, and Kakanya, and I will take over the role of narrator. Other roles do appear in the story, but unlike other ones where where we kind of like do it semi-blind, this one we just don't remember all the roles that show up, so we'll figure it out later. But they
Yes.
are here on screen if you want to keep track of who's playing who. Also, I have here a goal on screen as we are funding our next big music video project. I do apologize, Mohammed, that I missed your message earlier. I had the wrong chat open for YouTube because I, stopped and started the stream. Um, Not sure if you're still here anyway, but I do apologize regardless. The What do you call this? Um, mm, mm, mm. Words. Right. So the goal on screen is to kind of track our crowdfunding project of the next music video. We are going to be making a music video with myself as Igor and GSC Nation as Erd. And I'm looking to hire Snow Shepherd to transcribe and create a MIDI for the song, and then to also hire some artists to create art for the music video. We're gonna do some simple animation, in that it'll just be panning the camera, quote unquote, looking at different parts of the drawings that people create, but that costs money. And so all stream revenue, whether it be through bits, donations, subs, or otherwise, ad revenue, of course, will be go towards that goal over there. And I did check during the break, and yeah, we are now already um, $50 up. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that real quick. Oh, sorry, that's what I was forgetting. One more thing that I am working on is that I just released a new music video for Reverse 999, and we have a pretty good chance of winning some merch for it. So if you go ahead and check it out on YouTube or TikTok, and then react in the official Discord, that would help a lot. Um, I'm also in the middle of creating a directory for all of our voice-acted side stories and anecdotes down the line. Right now, I finished like I want to say half of the anecdotes and a quarter of the side stories, but getting there because it is a lot of copy and pasting and formatting for the directory. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Part one: Dog Door. Ring Road. All right. I'll go ahead and take Admirer. Actually, you know what? I should probably take all the Admirers for now. What do you think?
I think there aren't that many, so
Yeah.
yeah, sure. I think they appear like once or twice.
Sad news indeed. Ah, most unfortunate and disappointing news. Stamping his feet in anger, the gentleman lets out a wail of frustration.
I'm not sure that.
They cancelled her new show. Just like that? I've been waiting for it all season.
Hmm?
What else could be done? Surely wouldn't expect her to sing after what happened. Have some compassion for her, will you? Fate has dealt her a cruel hand in life. Although this lady immediately volleys criticism, there is nothing accusatory in the softness of her tone.
I think that.
Vienna has lost its star, at least for this season. Another man joins the conversation, also terribly hit by the news. His eyes are as dim and cold as two lifeless cobblestones at the bottom of a river. He walks at the rear of the crowd with heavy footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it with my own eyes, the entire thing. She left the Vienna State Opera in the afternoon. She must have planned to take a walk in Wales Theatre Park, as she always does on Thursday afternoons. On that day, her dark curly hair cascaded over her shoulders, and her face was pale as porcelain. She was in a lavender dress, with a soft wool shawl around her arms. She looked pretty and fragile, like a doll made of glass.
Which means.
Did you see her?
Hmm.
Yes, I saw her faint. She seemed perfectly fine when she took leave of the theater manager, but after a few steps she started shaking. She whimpered and scratched at her pretty face. Her usual heavenly voice became the howling cry of a mad cat. He murmurs with a dark heat in his tone. A light of sinister delight flickers in his eyes. Her servants tried to stop her, but it was too late. She ran off, tripped over her dress, and fell down the Albertina stairs. They helped her up, but by then, she had already fainted.
That's surprising.
God in heaven! Poor thing! His audience responds with gasps and sobs. It breaks one's heart to see such a thing. Soon, her physician came. He had been by her side all day. It was only in the brief moment in which that horrid affair occurred that he was away attending to another matter. Did he take her to the hospital? How is she now? Oh heavens, this is terribly sad. Most unfortunate for a talented lady such as her. She is so delicate. Even a strong gust of wind could whisk her off of her feet. And now she has come to terms with the painful fact that her dear child has been cruelly taken from her. The lady whips open her mother of pearl fan to hide the tears that are now streaming down her face. Ah, thank goodness. She still has Theophil. Still, it does little to ease a mother's pain. She continues to mutter to herself, though her cheeks are still wet with the tears of compassion. There's a quiet joy in her heart as she attracts the other's gaze. None of us, none of us would ever have the courage to face such tragedy. Having to witness her own child taken by death at the seance 3 days ago must have destroyed her. We were all there, you know. Lily, Marlene, Fiona, and I. Oh, that poor girl. Such a lovely little thing.
So,
Little Trista. She was only 3 years old. Her rosy cheeks turned to grayish blue within seconds. Her pale lips were stained red with blood, and 2 golden tears welled in her empty eyes and ran down her cheeks. She died in a moment, just like that. But that sweet song didn't fade away. For the whole night it was trapped in her throat, like a little songbird captive in a cage. It wasn't until morning that we mustered enough strength to touch her. She was still soft, as if she were only sleeping. She gently flutters her fan, as she reveals more and more details to the crowd. They listen in breathless suspense.
I don't know.
I didn't know that. Fine, I admit it. I was too harsh on her. No one be able to sing on stage in the wake of such misfortune.
I think that...
She should rest. She must be devastated. Poor thing. Losing her child like that. The gentleman takes out a silk handkerchief and dabs at the corner of his moistened eyes. This is a situation in which sympathy is the only appropriate response. But a voice on the other side of the crowd breaks the sad silence.
No way.
No, she didn't cancel the performance just to mourn her daughter. Did you? Wrong pipe. Hang on. Hydrating.
Yes, take a break.
Did you forget? She showed up at the rehearsals after daughter's death. I saw her just yesterday. His face reddens with frustration at these speculations. A doctor came to me that very night with a dissected rabbit in his palms. A quick look made it very clear. His eyes are red and bulging, just like the pair of distant ovaries he saw inside the rabbit. She is with child again. 2 months into her pregnancy, in fact. The announcement of a new child just 3 days after her daughter's tragic death. The change in the rabbit's ovaries tells us everything. I wish I could show you, good people, for it is evidence most irrefutable. Evangeline must rest. No matter how much she loves the stage and her audience, she has no choice. She has no choice.
It was her first appearance in Vienna. A fanatic admirer bribed her mother's doctor, subsequently discovering her existence through a fluffy and oddly bloody pregnancy test. Perhaps soon these rabbit tears will become a mainstream method of determining pregnancy. Who knows what will happen in this world of turmoil?
Someone approaches from behind, the figure of a child.
Favored by the god of theater, this child is a star, even from before birth.
Hmm?
In the many years that followed before she made her debut, people talked of her as the girl who arrived upon the wings of death.
Is that so?
But is she really an opera singer?
The voice pauses, awaiting an answer.
Look at her, Isolde, my lovely little sister. She's the new star of Vienna, gaining both fame and fortune in the theater. As a singer, her name has surpassed that of our mother, who is now only remembered as the perpetrator of that appalling crime. But my sister has never performed in a play, not even once. She is there, but she also isn't. She's many people, including me. My voice in her throat, my smile on her face. Upon the stage, many spirits wander. There are men's voices, women's voices, even children's. You can find them all. Different songs, different stories. But they aren't hers. Yes, rather innovative, isn't it? To channel spirits in an operatic performance. Emotion she has never felt, gleam in her eyes, blow from her mouth. She holds the spirits as they gently fall upon her, just as she is held by the stage.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, silly goose. My little sister was never an actress. She's but a stage upon a stage. Pretty glass vessel.
A little hand softly touches your shoulder, and the other points in the darkness.
Now look over there. A door. Why is there a door? How strange. Am I right? Did I guess what you were thinking?
The figure burst into delighted laughter.
We all know what a stage looks like. There are no walls, but there are doors.
No.
No, not the entrance doors to the theater. I am talking about the doors behind the wings. The hidden ones that lead backstage.
The hand raps on the door.
This is the first door. Narrow doggy door sitting an inch above the floor, painted in a calming blue. Who uses it, I wonder? Could it be a border terrier? At a well-proportioned 6 kilograms, it would fit through the door perfectly. It would be rather pleasant to keep around. A little angel in the home, a loyal and energetic friend whose little paws softly tap across the marble floor.
No.
But no, door isn't made for a little Scottish hill dweller. Feet get muddy, their fur dirty. They have the pitiful little faces of a beggar. No, they don't fit in at all in this spotless home. Those who live here must be presentable and praiseworthy, with manners learned from the most esteemed of teachers.
The terriers sprint past you as they chase one another, a flurry of wind rushing by your left calf. Something taller, heavier, and calmer emerges from the dark. A warm breath settles on the skin of your right calf.
Very good. A Leonberger. They were the stalwart friends of our Honorable Sissi, the Empress of Austria. People were once madly in love with them. Has a soft black and brown coat, posture reminiscent of a lion, an intelligent mind, and a kind heart. Most importantly, this is an expensive breed. It's quite an excellent reflection of its owner's wealth and refined taste. It weighs 115 pounds, a good boy with a sturdy build. It's 28 inches at withers, and a trustworthy protector of your wife and children.
The voice disappears again, along with the warm breath. The majestic dog raises its 100-pound body and dissolves in the shadows.
What a pity.
But it's much too big to fit through this door. No, this can't be it.
The girl lets out a regretful sigh, followed by a bracing breath. Her face is barely visible in the dark, but somehow, you know she's smiling.
You see, this is my door. I fit through it perfectly.
Ah, child door. As you do.
It wasn't always exclusively mine. There were other people. People who were right size and met the other conditions for its use. But time is cruel. It turned Theophil and Isolde into adults, taking them out of their little 5-year-old bodies and replacing them with new ones with bigger hands and feet. Now, I alone can pass through this little door. Every Dittarsdorf child knows how to use this door. Just lower your head, bend down, and crawl through it.
Yes, that's right.
Since I'm the only one using it these days, I have a new name for it. The Door of Trista, the Forgotten.
The little hands lying on your shoulders give a gentle push. The doggy door squeaks open. It's much easier to pass through than you imagined. Ah, Evangeline. There you are. Alright. As you mentioned, I'll take on the role of the mother here. Hush, my baby, dry your tears. The cradle's safe and warm.
Ah, Evangeline is here. The source of the sweet humming. Our mama. We all once lived inside her. She always rocked this cradle with her left hand. It's the same one that Theophil, I, and our little sister, Isolde, all used. She's singing her a lullaby. But her performance is rather clumsy. It's a new song, a birth gift to Isolde from the playwright. He wrote one for each of us when we were born.
She is asleep. Thank goodness. She cries so much. always trembling as if something's frightened her. The mother sighs as she sits by the bed. Mother said I was the same way when I was a baby. Perhaps it is a family trait, passed down from girl to girl. She thinks to herself, running her fingers along the edge of the cradle. As soon as the word curse comes to mind, she feels the tip of her finger touch something. A dent in the wood, left there by her second child.
No, that's not true.
No, Trista did not like to cry. She giggled a lot, even looking at the empty ceiling of the lampstand. She was never frightened. Nothing could scare her. She would cackle at anything, as if they were jesters, and she's a queen.
She still remembered me, even then. She's a good mama.
Trista holds her mother from behind, nesting her head in the crook of her mother's neck.
She was immature in the past. She wouldn't have taken me to the seance and to make me the medium had she known any better. But she learned her lesson, truly. After my death, she never sang my lullaby again. As I was lowered into my little grave, that song buried itself in her throat. But was that enough?
Trista reaches out an arm and gently strokes the cheek of the baby in the cradle. The cold chill of her hand wakes her.
It was only a song.
Okay, wait, how do I make it? Wait.
Oh, Isolde, you stupid little girl. Always crying.
My, she's shaking again. Her face is so cold.
However you look at it, my failure laid the groundwork for Isolde's success.
What do you think?
Perhaps you don't think she's successful. But at least she didn't turn into a little lump of dead meat at the age of 3. For a Dittarsdorf daughter, that's quite an achievement. I'm very fond of my little sister. I love her. I sang her the buried lullaby. My lullaby. I laid beside her on those crying nights and trembling mornings. I crawled with her and I walked with her. Sometimes I think about how I could have grown up as she did. What a pity that I'm 6 feet under the earth while she walks upon it.
Gee, I wonder why baby is always crying all the time. Could it have been a 3-year-old ghost laughing at her all the time?
She soon turned 3, but the seance didn't happen. As I have told you, my mother, my Evangeline, had learned her lesson. She knew better by then. She continued to put off my little sister's first seance for many years. She was 6 by the time she was let into the candlelight.
Seance.
Is.
Tell us, child. What do you see? The candlelight flickers in the dark room. The lady asking the question leans forward in eagerness, the light reflected in her eyes. Speak, good child. The spirit has come to us. It has come to you. I need an answer. I have waited so long for this child. I have heard all about your gifts. She has waited 3 years, much too long for someone whose insides twist with anxiety over the future. Isolde takes a deep breath, letting it out slowly. Is she alright? She is shaking. Evangeline never shook like this. She looks just like her sister did. What has she called forth? What's happening? Does my future hold so dreadful a spirit? I just wanted to know where I'd been a few years. Good lord, she's bleeding! Isolde trembles, her back stiff, her hands tightly pressed against her chest, move down onto her stomach, and eventually stop at her lower abdomen. She whimpers in agony. Her knees quiver until she can stand no longer, and collapses to the floor. The candlelight, it's flickering. She did it.
I see.
Her pale arm writhes under her sleeve like a thin white snake. It lifts its head, its red tongue flickering toward the lady.
I see you in a sea of green. Horses are neighing. Wind is blowing. Wind is the wind.
Red drips from her nose and down onto her chest, blending into the whirls of dark colors on her dress. The air is filled with the metallic smell of blood.
The wind is blowing and blowing. Yes, it came in from the window. That's right. It's wind. I see it now. It's the wind. It's the curtains. Curtains.
Isolde abruptly lifts her upper body and starts rhythmically slapping her bloody palms against the floor.
Ow!
Ah!
Shoot.
Hell! What's that sound? The windows are thrown open. An icy wind rushes into the room, immediately extinguishing the candles. What? Wind? How? We locked the window.
Oh, this is terrifying.
Something's wrong. She's getting out of control. Isolde! Everyone leaps to their feet, scrambling to reach the door first. Amidst the chaos, the young girl stands up. Isolde! Stay calm! Isolde! To her, the calls of her mother sound like echoes from a faraway place. Isolde simply drops her head and gently nibbles at her nails.
Close the window.
She mumbles, her bloody lips opening and closing gently. Then they open wide. She cackles with delight before screaming in a voice that is not entirely her own.
Close the window. Close the window. Close the window.
That my little sister passed out. Her first seance ended in disarray. People were scared. They didn't believe her to be a capable medium. You would have thought the same had you seen her blood-spattered gown. The successive failures of me and my sister completely shattered the curiosity over these seances. People started to believe that our ability to channel the spirits had become too strong to control, and that the practice was somewhat evil. For some time, the people of Vienna lost all interest in the seances, and consequently, Mama was snubbed. But this didn't last long.
The girl offers a gentle smile as she tucks her curly hair behind her ear.
Annette Meyer, who spent the rest of her life afraid of the color green because of the prophecy brought forth through my sister, met her end. She died on the street. A frightened horse charged towards her. It was wearing a green saddle blanket on its back and a shining green gem on its forehead. Green, more green! Miss Mayer was utterly terrified. She screamed, and as she dove to the side to dodge the approaching horse, she stumbled over a step and fell into a roadside bush. A sharp branch pierced her chest.
She draws a small circle on her chest, marking the location of the wound.
Hmm?
Eerie, isn't it? All of Vienna was wholly convinced the prophecy was true. Once again, they gathered around Mama and my little sister, like ants reporting to their queen. Oh, of course, little Isolde lived. She was depleted by that seance, never having had a strong constitution and having lost so much blood during the ceremony. But slowly, her health was restored. That was a risky night, but accidents are common in Arcanum. The slightest of changes can lead to completely different results. If my little sister were a little younger, or if she were pushed a little harder, she would have seen what I saw. Hundreds of soldiers lying dead on a battlefield, children orphaned before their very eyes, the endless explosions, and those golden rabbits.
What a pity.
I was this close to having a little sister who was just like me.
Woo! Great job, Jelly. That was the first chapter.
Yay!
Alright.
I think the first one is one of the longer ones as well.
Yeah, this one has a long introduction for sure. I often end up like putting the first two parts together in one video as the part one because they tend to make the introductions long on purpose.
Mm.
And then conversely, the endings are usually pretty short. Treating them like epilogues rather than like between the last chapter's epilogue and then the one before that as the actual like long climax. And even that
Mhm.
not as long as an introduction, you know?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Krista over here traumatizing her sister. From birth.
I think it's interesting though, like that Trista basically she was 3 years old, right, when she saw all of those things and when she died. But even before that, like it's implied that she saw ghosts and other gruesome things, and she's just like, "Ha, funny."
That guy's missing a head. Hello, Riku. Welcome in. So yeah, we have 4 of our members here today. Riku, Teresa, myself, and Shelly. All part of the Cavalry Voice Acting Group. You can go ahead with the heart top the chat and follow Riku over on his channel. He is a gacha streamer playing a variety of gacha games, including this one, Heaven Burns Red, Hawkeye Star, and many more. Alright, I'm gonna go to an ad here. How is you and Va? How is you and Va? Oh, how is you in voice acting? My brain.
Brain empty, voice acting good. That's the answer.
Yeah. Voice acting is good. Shelly is already giving her all doing Trista's voice and Isolde's as well. So I decided to take on the minor roles that were around those two characters. But we'll see. We might distribute some more later. Hope we're good. Oh,
I
there
think
we
it's
go.
it's also kind of funny. Like at first, you had this entire scene where you were just talking to yourself as the admirers, and I'm just there like being a creepy little sister.
Ah, yes, the two dichotomies. Talking with yourself and talking evilly to an unseen audience.
Yes.
Welcome home, Riku.
I can't wait for Kakania though, because Kakania is like the easiest voice for me.
Yeah.
Because it's very similar to Mercy from Overwatch, but more upbeat and less like a mom.
There you go. Yeah. I tried to give Evangeline a more melodic voice, um, like to distinguish her from the other NPCs.
From the other NPC sounds so tragic in the story. But yeah. Heroes never die, aka Helden sterben nicht. Hat jemand den Arzt gerufen?
Sometimes I don't even know why bother.
Yeah, close. Sometimes I'm not sure why I even bother.
There you go. You can ring my